Hi, I'm Sean Thompson. Welcome to Park Expose, the show that gives you everything you need to know about your community. Coming up in the show, Officer Théoret uses cartoon characters to make his community safer. Ghislain Plément helps parkexers get a taste of each other's cultures and save money. And a jazz band named Parkex struggles to stay in the neighborhood they love. The local police station finds it hard to give out crime prevention tips with some Parkex residents. This is because at times there is a language barrier. So how can a raccoon and squirrel help the police bridge this cultural gap? Rebecca Munro has the story.
Sergeant Théoret is going beyond the call of duty, not just by hanging up any old poster. His posters have much more behind them than just pretty pictures.
Urbain, c'est un raton laveur, puis on lui donnait le rôle du nouvel arrivant. Donc, lui arrivait plein de situations qui étaient nouvelles pour lui, et Polly, qui est un écureuil, venait lui donner des conseils quoi faire.
Sergeant Théoret's comic strip is not your regular one. The crime situations that Polly and Urbain go through are done purely with images.
Il y a une bande dessinée qui, la première image, c'est un voleur qui sort avec un sac avec un signe de dollar dessus d'une banque. Les deux personnages le voient. Il y en a un qui dit à l'autre, Polly dit à Urbain, appelle le 911. Bon, il y a juste une bulle 911. Puis à l'image d'après, tu vois Urbain qui appelle le 911. Puis dans la bulle, il y a l'image de la plaque de l'auto qui a quitté avec le voleur dedans.
This is one of the places you can find Polly and Urbain. CLAM, or the Carrefour de Liaison et d'Aide Multiethnique, is a non-profit organization that helps new immigrants integrate into Quebec society. One of the services they offer is free French courses. Polly and Urbain have been posted here to raise awareness to the common crimes in the area.
Maria works at CLAM. She feels that Polly and Urbain is a useful tool for new immigrants.
Oui, je suis sûre que pour les étudiants et les clients du CLAM, ça va être bien compréhensible.
Lo que yo entiendo es que
This is the first time Jose has ever seen Polly and Urbain. He is a French language student at CLAM. He had no difficulty understanding every square and explained the message that the comic strip contained. Sergeant Théoret has recently received a promotion in Pointe-aux-Trembles. He assured that this does not mean the end of Polly and Urbain. They will be back next year with more crime tips to keep Park Extension residents safe. Rebecca Munro for Park Exposed in front of the Park Metro Station.
Ecoquartier is a local environmental awareness group. They have found an alternative way to get their message across to the community. They now teach recycling and gardening to children of Barthélemy Vimont Primary School. By planting eco-friendly seeds into a generation that already knows French, Ecoquartier hopes to reach more families in the neighborhood. The economic crisis has many families worrying about how to put food on the table. The Collective Kitchen organization in Parkex has a solution to help residents save money on grocery bills. Our reporter Marie-Ève Gagné went to see what's cooking.
Cooking alone can be quite the chore. But cooking with friends is fast and fun. The Parkex Collective Kitchen is a non-profit organization where members prepare meals to take home for the week. They share the work and split the cost of groceries. Ghislain Plément has been a member of 5 different collective kitchens in Parkex, each focused on different types of food.
I've made veggie pâté. I have a vegetarian group. We made veggie pâté. I've made enchiladas. I've made tortillas, griot, Asian food. I've made, what else? It's amazing.
Ghislain is now the coordinator for this collective kitchen, but will step back once the members are settled in.
Now I'm with the groups to make sure that they get autonome.
The collective kitchen has helped Ghislain become friends with people from her community. Judith Wong is one of them. Judith joined the collective kitchen ever since her daughter moved to Costa Rica. Participating in community activities such as this helps her improve her social life.
I keep busy with the community. Like I come here, I meet people,
I cook good food.
Good and cheap food. The kitchen provides basic ingredients such as flour, margarine, and lots of spices. Members decide on a few recipes and purchase the remaining ingredients in bulk. And a yearly membership is only $5. Ghislaine collects the bills and splits them according to the number of members, usually between 4 and 8 people.
We're making 54 portions today. So 4 recipes of 15 portions each, which gives us about $1.50 a portion.
Ghislaine says Park X is one of the best places to have a program like this. There are lots of stores to buy exotic ingredients that are hard to find at regular grocery stores. This allows members to explore diverse recipes and add some variety to their diets. But Ghislaine admits her favorite part of the program is not having to deal with the cleanup.
We share the jobs, and some people really like it, so I don't even have to do it. Yes.
Marie-Ève Gagné, Park Exposed, St. Roch Collective Kitchen.
The recent success of Slumdog Millionaire has put the Indian cinema industry in the spotlight. But where can people find Bollywood movies in Montreal? Farah Hayat is in studio to tell us more. Hi, Farah. So, can you tell us about this Bollywood phenomenon?
Well, the recent success of Slumdog Millionaire has really drawn attention to Indian culture and cinema. In Montreal alone, there's only 2 cinemas that play Bollywood films, the AMC and Spheretech, and a handful of Indian movie stores. Most of these Indian movie stores are located in Park X, which means many Montrealers need to take quite a bit of a traveling distance to watch some Bollywood films. But that doesn't seem to stop these Bollywood avid movie lovers. Let's take a look. Welcome to Montreal's Little India. Dozens of Indian stores line up the streets of Park Extension. But none stand out more than the stores displaying Bollywood posters. It is these colorful dance sequences and catchy melodies that leave many singing after.
Jaksa, jaksa, nikhar gaya, hun pyar hamare vich bikhar gaya. Mocha hi mocha, sham savere hona mocha hi mocha, yang savere hona mocha hi mocha.
Marche Priyanka is one such store that attracts customers near and far for its extensive selection of Hindi movies. Jatinder Vandari is the owner of Marche Priyanka for almost a decade. He explains the reason why Indian movies are so popular.
There's lots of dances, emotion stories. So that was the reason when people comes here and they said, you have any dance music or Qawwali music? So due to that, Bollywood films are more popular because of dances.
Samira Qureshi is a regular customer at Marche Priyanka. It is here that she gets her Bollywood films.
I like Bollywood movies because that's what I grew up on. I grew up on Bollywood movies since I was a little kid. And it's part of my culture, it's part of my heritage.
This busy Jean Talon Street is a Bollywood movie haven for many people like Samira. They can get their quick fix of Indian movies and feel a little bit of India in Montreal. But Marche Priyanka is not just a corner video store for Samira. Coming to Park X can take her up to half an hour.
Samira travels all the way from Westmount to get her movies. When she comes home, her first priority is heading straight for the sofa to watch her newly rented Bollywood film. And after watching a few scenes myself, I can understand why. It is here that she can share an evening of Bollywood fantasy. Farah Hayat, Park Exposed, Westmount.
So Farah, can you tell us why there are so few Indian movie stores in Montreal?
Well, when we were shooting, we found out that in February there was actually a raid that was made in all the Indian movie stores. Basically what happened was that the Canadian Motion Picture Distributors Association received an anonymous call from someone saying that the Indian movie stores that were selling Bollywood DVDs were selling counterfeit DVDs. As a result, the RCMP was sent to raid all the Bollywood Indian movie stores in Montreal and found that 90% of those Indian stores were selling counterfeit DVDs. I did a little bit of undercover work myself, and I found that out of the 8 stores, 7 of them were still selling the counterfeit DVDs. And I found this because when I asked for the DVDs themselves, the owner would leave the store, go to a van, bring back the DVDs, or leave and go to a different room. So that's how I knew that they were still selling DVDs, pirated DVDs.
So you actually went undercover to find this all out?
Yes, I did, because if I had gone as a journalist, I wouldn't receive the answers. They weren't going to comment on anything. They weren't even letting us film. Initially, we weren't supposed to film Marcia Priyanka. We were supposed to film the neighbor. The minute they found out we had a camera, they didn't allow us to shoot or ask any questions because they were selling pirated DVDs. Bandari was the only video store owner that was selling original copies, such as the one I have here. And this one can sell up to $25 to $35. Basically what happens is that the video store owner buys an original copy of this, burns it for hundreds and thousands of different copies, and sells it for $2 to $3.
So how can one tell the difference between an original and a counterfeit?
Well, that's a good question. Basically, the difference is not viewable to the eye right away. This is an original DVD. As you can see, there's a cover. It's a bit more, glossy. Also, the DVD itself has 3 DVDs. And this is a pirated DVD. And with the pirated DVD, the cover isn't as nice. It's one disc. You can tell that it's been printed from a computer. And also, when you use it on a HD television, you can really tell the difference between the quality between the original and the counterfeit.
Okay. Well, thank you, thank you. That was reporter Farah Hyatt in studio with us. Next, we'll tell you why the band Park X can't play in the neighborhood it's named after. Members of the Park X Trio are just days away from the release of their first CD. They hope this will also help them be a part of this summer's jazz festivals. But practicing in the borough that inspired their name is proving to be difficult. Reporter Béatrice Bernard-Poulain spent a day with the 2 founding members before a show at l'Assommoir.
This band may be called Park X, but tonight they're playing at l'Assommoir in the Mile End. Alex and Gabrielle founded their jazz band just out of university.
Quand on a commencé à jouer ensemble, on a commencé en duo, puis c'est pour ça qu'on est les 2 membres fondateurs de Park X.
This summer, they want to play all the big international jazz festivals.
Il y en a à Belleuil, il y en a dans toutes les municipalités. Donc là, il faut faire une recherche là-dedans aussi, puis envoyer ce qu'on peut.
A lot of people will only have their composition band play at a festival, let's say, once or twice a year. For us, it's really important to sort of stay active.
But when it comes time to practice, playing shows in the neighborhood is just not possible. They tried when they first moved into the neighborhood. They visited Sims, which seemed to be a jazz-friendly venue, with a saxophone player on the old outside sign, and they asked about the costs of renting the venue.
So it ends up costing something like $1,500 to rent the room, and at that price you can pretty much get the Spectrum or Metropolis or whatever.
So they come here to play. Even if they leave the neighborhood to play, Park X still plans to use a name inspired by where they feel at home.
We live one on top of another in the same neighborhood. We have our rehearsal space in the basement.
Yeah.
And I mean, there isn't much chance to play around here, but I mean, the Riverpod, like this whole neighborhood really created our identity, I guess, as a band.
And no matter where they go, there will always be a little bit of Park X with them. I'm Béatrice Bernard-Poulain for Park Exposed at l'Assommoir.
On April 15, the Park X Trio will celebrate the launch of its brand new album with a free show at the Dièse 11 venue on Saint Denis Street. The show is scheduled to start at 8 p.m. All right, well, this is the part of the show where we ask for your participation. And this week, we would like to know if you would be ready to support the creation of a jazz club in your neighborhood. How important is it for you to encourage your local artists? Please let us know. Our email address is park-exposed@gmail.com. And that's all for this week's show. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you have enjoyed. But come back next week for more Park Exposed.